DWTT, my friends. Get into it in a little bit. We had a little bit of a slip there on my startup, but we'll get going and see how this thing works out. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the trip. I'm DWTT. You got Tony with me. How you doing, Tony?
I'm not doing too bad.
Cool. And I've got this thing doubling up into my ears right now, so sorry about that. But how you doing, Mr. Tom?
I'm wonderful, and I'm even better. No, but I had to check the time and the date. It's Monday night, and Tony's audio is working fine.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know. That's just
Everything else is glitching about pre-stream tonight.
Yeah. Well, we each had a blip coming. You each had a blip coming in, so we are here. I think we're gonna have some people joining us, so we'll see who joins us today. I know it's a lot of people are staying away, but we're staying away from football for a bit. We'll just chat it up, and we'll see who joins us. All right. So I've been away. Seems like I've been away for a while now. The last couple of weeks I've been out and about, seeing family and seeing friends. And this is the weekend you're supposed to be seeing family and seeing friends, but I'm not doing that either. So, hey, I'm just doing things a little bit backwards. So, World Cup is here.
Week?
Well, it's Thanksgiving on Thursday. So, it's Turkey Day over here. So, everybody gets Thursday off. You eat a lot of food. You watch a lot of American football, or we call it football. And then yeah, and I guess the World Cup will be going on as well, so that'd be lots of football for everybody. So
both types of football.
Yeah, I think we did a show at the end of before the break, right? So there's no new football since, but there has been a lot of World Cup. The World Cup has started. I guess the first day's worth of shows have actually been completed. So 4 games then. And today was the day that I guess you had a lot of Arsenal, and even has a lot of Leeds players playing today. Did you see any of that, Mr. Tom?
I watched all 4 games.
Oh, look at you.
Well, Tony's in a protest, so I figured I'd even it out by doing the complete opposite of Tony. I'm watching every minute. So
yeah, and players that needed to showcase their skills and show, we were talking about the young players that usually show up in the World Cup, and it looks like they all did. I mean, it looks like they all did. First game, I think the first big game where we had a big youngster in it was the Netherlands. Cody Gakpo, he scores. Then later on, you had Saka and Jude Bellingham, both scoring. Saka doing the business, scoring twice. So, looks good for those youngsters that are out there, maybe not necessarily looking for work, but who knows what they're going to be doing next. They all showcased.
I realised. I'm sorry, Gary. This is genuinely important. I realised something while I was washing my hands after eating some delicious grilled chicken with a peri-peri sauce on it. Delicious. I realised that we are in reversed roles in international football in 2 ways. Firstly, I am with the dominant team of the 2. Okay. Secondly, my team has Arsenal players. Your team has Leeds players.
Imagine that. That is interesting and very astute of you. And how did you? Wow. Maybe there's something to be said about this Arsenal player thing. I don't know.
Because I was sitting there and I was like, Gary's rooting for a team that has all my players in it. and I'm rooting for a team that has all your players in it.
Yep.
Strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we got. No, that's cool. Base Gunner has joined us. Welcome to the show. Lonzo has joined us. Welcome to the show. So yeah,
Also,
that's.
Arsenal Misfit put a comment in there before the show.
Oh,
it won't show up on the. It won't show up on the restream because it was before we went live. But just acknowledging, I saw it, Misfit. I saw it.
Yeah. Oh, no, I see it there now. Yeah. Yeah. Arsenal Misfit. Stephen, welcome to the show. He says he's listening, so he's probably driving. I think. Yep.
He
he's
should
working,
be smiling
so
right now. Consider yourself acknowledged, Stephen Misfit Man.
Stephen Misfit.
Stephen Misfit Man. All right. I don't think that's what he goes by, but all right. Oh, he's just saying hello to everybody. And Lonzo with the welcome to the end of the road, boys to men style. All right. That's
okay.
Yeah. For those who know boys to men. So yeah, no, it's it will be interesting on Friday, right? I did jump on a watch along for a little bit today with Ryan and Liam on Mr. Arsenal when US was playing against Wales. And it was the youngsters against the old timers, basically. The old timers actually were able to steal a point. You got Ramsey and Bale basically doing what they needed to do. And the youngsters taking the bait. We can go into I guess we'll go into that one since I started it, but I was sitting there watching it going, we need to score another goal or else this game is going to be really close.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
that's what you don't want to do
100%.
against Wales, because that's exactly what they wanted to do. They wanted to play everybody behind the ball and take their chances on free kicks.
Sound like you're watching Arsenal there, Gary. Wanting another goal.
Well, I don't know about. We can score more than one goal. These youngsters didn't. The first half was probably when they needed to score those 2 goals. They didn't do a good job, and the second half, once Wales realized that US was going to give them a little bit of a break, they took advantage of it, and they pretty much dominated the second half. I mean, and they dominated without even having to play in open. They didn't really attack from open play at all. They just basically sat on the ball, and the youngsters left a little leg in there and brought them down, which I think the reason why is because in the first half, that is exactly what the Wales were doing. But for some reason, they weren't getting calls. So I don't know. Kind of feel like England may have paid off these officials, because it looked kind of suspect that a lot of these U.S. players were going down that first half. Not enough yellow cards for me. Not enough.
How did the one Arsenal player look?
The one Arsenal player, actually, I think he played. Turner played really well. The defense started, like I said, to falter around in front of him. He made a couple of big saves. Outside of a terrible play by a center back in the box, this game probably they could have won it. But he made a couple of saves before that to keep the lead. But yeah, so I think he did the best he could with what was around him. But in general, that I think it was Tim Ream tried to kick between the legs of the attacker in the box. Now I don't know what school of defense he went to and where they teach that skill.
Not a good one.
School of Hard Knocks.
It was pretty bad, and it was not necessary. He had the man exactly where he wanted. He was looking away from goal, and all he had to do was just pretty much walk him out of the box. But he decided to go through him.
Yeah, but your real issue was you lost the game. I know you never lost, but metaphorically, you lost the game in the first half because you averaged 70% possession, but you had nothing to show for it in terms of. I know you had a 1-0 lead at halftime, but it was the sort of lead where any neutral watching it would sit there and go, this is going to bite you on the arse because you didn't have enough shots on goal for a team that had 70% of the ball. It was like it wasn't going to stay that way. You know, Wales are going to come out because they have to. They've not played in this competition since 1958. Of course, they're going to go for it.
Yeah.
But also, Alonso was right. Tyler Adams, especially in the first half, controlled the game. Just wonderful. I was proud of it. Like, you can say, "Oh, you're being biased because he plays for Leeds." Yes, I am. But he was a standout But he was a standout. Like, even outside of my bias, he was.
Yeah. And one of the things one of the things that I like to say is, you don't notice it because it kept, like you said, they had control of the ball. And if you looked deep into it, you would see why. And that was, like you said, Tyler Adams. But in reality, the game was just U.S. got to do whatever they wanted. Now, I know like 60 or 70 minutes into the match when they showed the stats, Wales had more shots. And as you said, the first half, it shouldn't even have been the case. They should have had more than enough shots in that first half that in the second half, it would have taken a while for Wales to catch up. But I think it was 3 shots to the U.S. and like 5 shots to Wales. And Wales did absolutely nothing in the first half. So, yeah, and I think the manager for U.S., he waited too long, or he waited too long to make a change, because you go into that match, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're too old to be able to play they're not going to press you or anything like that. Their best players who can score for them are old. And you did not, and you played right. Like I said, you played into their hand. They got too many set pieces late in that second half, and they paid for it. So,
but you're not out of it. I mean, ultimately, you can still overturn this.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of the attackers that they did not bring in, even when they probably should have brought him in late in that game when it looked like the other team was going to get something out of it. Because I think defensively we were pretty okay, but we needed to control the game a little bit more on the offensive side.
That's exactly right. It's not Tyler Roberts. I keep getting my names muddled up. Tyler Adams' fault. You weren't taking enough shots because he was laying it on a plate for you to make these things happen, and you weren't.
Yeah.
The goal was really good though.
The goal was really nice.
A beautiful finish. Got to give credit where it's due. Timothy Ware, beautiful, just perfect, beautiful. I loved it.
Yeah.
But that was it. Like, and when you consider, like, he gave me the impression of a player who, if you give him you put him through on goal, he's going to bury it. But then you only did that one time in the first half, and it was like, why wouldn't you do that for him again? Because the first time he got a sniff, he did it.
Yeah, and that's crazy, like you said, because it wasn't like he wasn't on the pitch. They didn't take him off after he scored.
Yeah. I mock it, but it's something they've got to learn from. Like, you're a very inexperienced team, and ultimately you suffered in the long term in the match because the experience of the other team overcame your inexperience.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
Yeah.
Yes, he did, Alonso. I thought he done a good job personally.
Yeah. Oh, what am I doing? I'm on the wrong screen here. Trying to click the comments, and I'm not in the same screen as that. So yeah. Let's see here. Second best attacker. I mean, the thing about Pulisic is in this game, we see it a lot, right? He's gonna get brought down time and time again, and the USA didn't get any benefits from it. All it did was just get him knocked around, So I don't know if they're gonna. That's not going to happen against England, but against the teams that have no choice, like Pulisic, I'm trying to think if he even sniffed the goal. I mean, we only got, like I said, a low number of shots, so it didn't seem like we shot that many times. Yeah,
you didn't. I mean,
6 shots isn't very many.
You didn't shoot enough for your level of dominance in the match, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, for sure.
In the first half, I mean, the second half was more weighted towards Wales, to be fair to them. But they had to, because if they didn't, you would have steamrolled them eventually.
Yes.
But,
yeah. No, I think, like you said, the youngsters, they played well, and all that possession didn't lead to even. I think what happened is Wales just basically, kept laying heavy touches on them, and by the second half, you could see that probably slowed them down because they lost like anything else. They lost a lot of balls, it seemed, because all that possession just ended in usually nothing.
Yeah,
and that's because they had so many people behind the ball. But U.S. wasn't patient enough to break them down and open things up a little bit more. Yeah, Tyler Adams was the youngest captain since, I think they said, Pele, if I recall, if that's what they were saying.
Oh, I've got an interesting statistic for you. The last time the United States men's national team kept a clean sheet in a World Cup match was in 1950 against England.
Wow. The good part about playing England is what? Tell them that stat.
Sorry, what was that?
What's the good thing that U.S. is playing England next?
It is.
What is the stat?
That we've never beaten you.
There you go.
in a competitive match. Obviously we've overturned all this in friendlies, but not in friendlies. So
the only thing they've got going for them right now is that they, like you said, have not seen a loss on the field in a match against England. So I think the referee, what the referees did? We've seen this all the time, right? The more aggressive team they're going to let them continue to do that. Once they see that, guess what? He's going to let it go. And early in the match, they had putting fouls in, and he kind of was letting a lot of it go. He did give some yellows, but seemed to be mostly when U.S. retaliated. So,
yeah, how did the U.S. get 4 yellows and Wales only got 2?
Exactly, because he let the aggressive player,
aggressive team, Tony.
He looked. I know he's like looking.
I'm just looking at the stats. I'm asking a question.
No,
because you know what?
It was the way you said it, like there must be something dodgy going on. Yeah, you were fucking fouling them a lot.
They just let the aggressive teams get their way, and that's what they did. So, yeah. No, but you know what? U.S. should have known. All those U.S. players have seen exactly that. Because we play Mexico, we play a lot of the South American teams, and guess what they do? The exact same thing. It's not something they've never seen before. As many times as I've seen U.S. men play, and the aggressive team is always the other team, and they start that way, and then when U.S. retaliates, guess what? They're the ones that get punished, right? You have to change your ways a little bit. I mean, it's pretty easy, but they like I said, they fell for it.
I fell for asking a question without watching the game.
Well, you don't really bring much credence to the question because you don't even know what happened.
I know there is 4 yellows.
Yeah, that doesn't mean nothing.
No, it ain't how you asked it. It was the tone in which you asked it, as if there was something dodgy behind it, but you don't know. And I'm like, but I don't know. I watched it, but I'm not.
Gary was suggesting it was dodgy.
Of course, Gary is because he's American.
Well, any team who's on the other side of that would.
He's not American. What country was he born in?
What citizenship do I have? I can claim both, is what you're saying, or do I get to only pick one?
You can claim both, but you're talking like you are American.
Yeah, true.
Like you've spent the last 19 minutes talking as if you're disappointed that Wales got a goal. So it's fair of me to claim these things.
Yeah, you're just reaching for stuff.
That's what I do. All right, I'm a reacher. Yeah. Wait.
You know what? I don't want No. You've already said it. But everybody saw it. Everybody heard it. Leave it.
Yeah,
don't.
yeah. All those,
really don't want to know.
all those clips of me that go around the internet.
Yeah.
I'm
So
very
yeah, that's
lucky.
how that's
I'm
well
very
that's how
lucky.
that's how the U.S. game went. I
Yeah.
think Wales did exactly what they were supposed to do. The U.S. did not, and you pay for it. You pay for it.
I'd be lying if I said it was a good game, but it was an interesting game.
Yeah, no, it was pretty. Like a lot of people are thinking. Like here's the thing. I have no doubt that England will see the same thing in the third game if there's anything that can go right in
It'll be
Wales.
harder for England against Wales because they hate us. They don't hate you.
But you know what? They've seen that their style might work. The only problem is if US loses to England, then it won't matter. So
It will, in the sense that what it potentially will come down to, and I don't have that arrogance that England are going to get 9 points, but it realistically can come down to who loses to England by the least or who beats Iran by the most out of America and Wales.
true.
Unless
England loses on Friday.
No, that's 100% possible. Yeah, I mean, it's possible as in it's one of the possible 3 outcomes of the contest.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's the actual outcome of the contest because I think England have enough to. No,
yeah.
at the end of the day, the value of the England footballers and the professional upbringing, things like that, we should make absolute mincemeat of America, but football don't work like that.
For sure, it should be an. I feel like if you didn't have Southgate, it would be like that. I mean, just think about it. Foden came off the bench today, right? And he's considered a better young player than Bellingham, better young player than Saka, I believe, according to the Ballon d'Or awards thing. So, what's what's happening here? Did they get it wrong, or does Southgate know something more than us?
This is the first tournament since 1978, I believe, where the reigning Ballon d'Or winner won't play in the World Cup.
I did see that.
I seen that from Mr. Tom.
I did see that, and I always get all my information from Twitter, and sometimes it's right, and that one was right. That one was right. United States of England. I don't know where he's going. Lonzo's losing it. I don't have a tattoo, but I definitely was made in London.
The United States of England.
I'm not. Whatever that
and
is.
Your made in London tattoo.
That sounds like nonsense.
I'm actually liking BX's next comment because it's where I can get into racially sensitive jokes.
Before we get into that, let's just finish up.
Hey!
Let's finish up. No, Tony.
Watch what you say about Poland.
Tony, I don't.
It might actually happen again.
Here we go. Let's not even get to it just yet. Let's finish up with the games that have been played, and I get into the ones that might happen. We don't even know what's going to happen. It might not even happen. But anyways, let's get into the England game. As I recall, I think it was. How did it go? It went early.
It felt like it lasted about 6 hours.
Yes.
We've talked about the American game, but you didn't talk who the best Leeds players were.
Oh my gosh! What do you care? You didn't see it.
Because I care. Tom likes Leeds. I want to know what players did. That's why
you didn't see it.
Mr. Tony, Aronson was a substitute who came on in the second half, and went over Tyler Adams' sterling performance, where he dominated the field for the first half and much of the second. There wasn't really much to say about Mr. Aronson, to be fair.
Yeah, I think a lot of people wanted to see it. We're surprised that he did not
came
start.
on because I wouldn't be the most unhappy person if he spent the next 2 weeks out on the bench, because then you can't really get it.
Yeah, and this is crazy, right? 3 the top best scorers in the world, right? Didn't even play, and Mane, when he's healthy, could be considered a big threat as well, right? All out, all not playing. Lots of goals, not in this. So, and US has tons of attacks. So there you go. That is crazy. All those guys are missing. Look, Charlotte's got a huge Polish and Mexican communities. Cool. So that place could be on fire by the end of the day. So let's get into it. England versus Iran. Uh-oh, I think I lost Mr. Tom. Let's see. He's frozen over
You
there.
got 2 Mr. Toms.
But he's alive over here. I don't know what
2,
happened.
baby. 2.
What's better than 1, Mr. Tom? 2. Should I close that
I
other
feel
one
like
out?
Alonzo's here.
Why not?
I'm used to 2 Alonzos, not 2 Toms.
All right. So
That's what she said.
I think the game started out kind of slow, right? Those goals came until like till late, I think. Like in
They came.
there we go,
they came
35th,
about-
43, and 45th minute of the match.
I was going to say they came into. I thought they came 2 hours into the first half.
Yeah, I think because there was like a 15-minute. I think there was 15 minutes of extra time in the first half.
The goalkeeper got injured, right? But then they worked on him, and then he carried on playing, and then he decided, no, actually, I've probably got a concussion, so I should probably come off.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a problem with the way that they handle the concussions in the World Cup. You would think in the World Cup they would want to do better than in the other leagues, right? Okay. If you're a team doctor, physician, you're probably less likely to take your player off the pitch. So that's what happened there. You could see it was definitely a serious collision there between the two.
Yep. Sorry, I don't mean to disrespect the Iran goalkeeper, but can I just give some props to I know Qatar authorities are watching this, they watch everything. I'd like to congratulate them on their attendance in the opening match of about 70,000. They announced in a stadium of 60,000. That's impressive.
Pretty good stats, yeah. Yeah, and you actually heard about fans trying to get into the stadiums. The apps crashed. And even though they had legitimate confirmation that they had tickets, because they had to only get in via the app, which the app crashed. So they couldn't get into
Did they think they were Liverpool fans? Is that what it was?
Okay, I just told you what it was. Were you not listening? I tell you why they couldn't get in, and then you bring up some nonsense. What is going on?
No, it's the Champions League final, Gary, he's referencing.
I know, but this has nothing to do with that.
His joke kind of fair. It wasn't good, but it was fair. I'm defending you, Tony.
I know. Gary's attacking me tonight.
I am. It's been a while since I've been on these shows. I need to work up. I mean, you guys have probably been talking about me when I haven't been on the shows. So
I have. I literally have.
So I gotta make up for it somehow.
I'll be the first person to tell you. Yeah, Gary, I referenced a lot of shit to do with you.
I hope it was good stuff.
Yeah, most of it.
Tom did clone himself, so there's 2 Toms. Most of it, I don't know.
Successfully is the key word there.
Yeah.
Tom, can we talk about the GIF I had of Gary last night or this morning?
Hang on, let me backtrack on this. I've got to double check what notes, so I know what the fuck you're talking about. Sorry, carry on.
But there we go. England, Saka, the man had two goals, and
It's actually very good. Sorry.
Is it? So I'm not. I don't think I'm privy to any pictures. So
I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay. Tony's sending stuff out and not putting me on it, and then talking about it on the show.
Actually, I don't know.
I can give you a fact now, Gary. Since you mentioned Saka's multiple goals, do you want a fact?
Give me a fact. Go ahead.
2 of the last 3 England players to have scored multiple goals in a single World Cup game have also won the Golden Boot. Anybody want to guess who the 2 were?
Michael Owen.
Nope.
Alan Shearer.
Nope.
Oh.
Oh, Sir Jeff Hurst. So apologies.
Nope.
What? Wait, what? Sorry. Read the question again. Sorry, I'm not properly paying attention to this.
There's been
Oh,
three
Gary
players in the
Lineker.
World Cup.
Gary
players.
Lineker.
Two of the
Yeah.
last three English players to have scored multiple goals in a single World Cup game
Oh,
have
no,
also won the Golden Boot.
It's Gary Lineker and Harry Kane. Sorry, my apologies. I misheard the question initially.
There you go.
With it,
Cool.
Gary Lineker got a hat trick against Paraguay, I believe, and Harry Kane obviously with his hat trick against Panama.
Crazy.
1986 and 2018.
I'm not sure what he's talking about.
Oh, Gary Tony.
Alonso doesn't know the demographics of our fans.
BX, you down to Charlotte. I live in Charlotte.
Mhm.
I don't even know why I put that voice on, but
Yeah. I don't get what does this mean? Does anybody translate? Because I don't get it. I'm missing part of it.
Tony and I finally got to talk on the fat Arsenal circle, and it was
Because
beautiful.
Gary was gone and wasn't interrupting and talking during other
Oh, is that what
people's
he's
turns.
talking about? I don't
Yeah.
interrupt. You don't have anything good to say.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'll try it.
Sorry, I'm in an excitable mood, all right? I'm sorry.
For the first 31 minutes, I'm trying to figure out why the fuck Gary invited me tonight.
Everything's going as planned. I don't know what you're talking about. This is exactly how it's supposed to work.
I was saying again, if you don't invite Tony, I'm not coming on. I'm just kidding. I'd come on. But I'd be a bit more subdued because I'd be sitting there going, no, I wish Tony was here.
Yeah.
Gary, Tom did say he's to start boycotting Saturday if I'm not on there.
That's
Tom.
actually no, that's actually not true. And the reason I know that's not true is because how else would I perform the tactics truck?
There you go. It only comes on Saturdays and the people want to hear it.
Did I say that?
I don't know.
Probably did. Can't remember. I say a lot of shit. I've got to be honest. I find it hard to keep track of what I say.
Yeah, BX Gunner is from the BX, but he's in Charlotte. So he's chilling down there.
The Bronx, baby.
Yeah. So that was U.S. Bellingham scored first. Saka scored second. Raheem
Saka's
Sterling
first goal, delicious.
Yes, very nice.
No, it was. Nice. I'm not even being sarcastic. It was incredible. It was
crazy.
It was very good.
Harry Maguire gave him the assist, if I recall. So
yeah, it's the sort of goal that I dream of scoring against Iran in the 700th minute of the first half.
Is that so? Yeah. Both the Harrys got assists in this game. Imagine that. Oh, Harry Kane got two assists. Did not score though. Imagine England scores 6 goals. Harry Kane doesn't score any of them.
I know, and I was really offended.
That's just kind of crazy. I mean, I did think he was going to get a PK at some point because that's what he does.
He should have had one in the first 2 minutes,
but it didn't happen.
No, exactly. Although I did like Iran getting the penalty in injury time. It had yeah, whatever, give them the penalty kind of energy to it. It's like,
well, they're
even if they score this, even if they score this, they can't overturn it. It'll be the last kick of the game.
Yeah, their attacker. I mean, he gives you a little bit of a positive vibe if you have an attacker like him, because he did get looks in this match. He probably could have scored a hat trick himself. So. And I guess we're going to get into the other 2 matches. Senegal kept it close with Netherlands until like the last, 10, 15 minutes. And then Netherlands ran away with it, got post scores. And then, I think on a shot, I believe the ball comes back out and they finish, they clean it up, put it away.
They did. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah. And in the Ecuador and Qatar match started all off. It was.
Oh my God. That opening 2 minutes. Oh, it was incredible. Yeah. Sorry, it was just sorry. This is my favourite moment of the World Cup so far, and it's probably going to be my favourite moment in the whole tournament. We are on co-commentary in England on the BBC. There's a guy called Dion Dublin who used to play for Aston Villa. I think he played for Man United. but basically he's the co-commentator. And when the Ecuador scored in the first 2 minutes, they do the celebrating and everything, and then it comes up VAR, possible offside, and the commentator goes, "Oh, they're checking this for offside," and Dion Dublin sits there with, all he says is, "Yeah, of course they are." And it just summed up everything that I was thinking about this whole tournament. Like, of course they're going to find a reason to disallow this because they need Qatar to win. And they did find a reason to disallow it.
I know everybody says it was a legit offsides, but was it really?
Offside.
But I mean, is it a clear and evident error? Like you would see that without the cameras going?
My issue with the photo that they use was that they close in too much and it doesn't show the players that are making it offside.
That's the thing that that's the thing that I thought was kind of weird, because when I every time I think I see it, I'm like, wow, he looks like he's onside. So what's going on? I'm so confused here. So yeah. But as you said, they needed to keep it close.
Because it's so rare that it happens, but obviously if the goalkeeper's in front of a defender for the purpose of offside, the defender becomes the goalkeeper, even though he's still not allowed to handle the ball, obviously.
Very true, very true.
That's what happened, and that's why he's offside, even though it's only by his knee, but he is offside. Obviously it doesn't matter because they still lost, but it was just very amusing to me that we had something literally in the first 2 minutes that just made everyone go, this is fixed in their favour, isn't it?
Yeah, but one thing, I mean, Ecuador, I mean, they definitely have attackers and scorers, so, and they looked really good on the goals that they did, the other goals that they scored.
I believe Qatar was so poor yesterday, and I do mainly put this down to stage fright, because they're obviously not that terrible based on the fact that they beat the likes of Japan and South Korea in the Asia Cup 2 years ago. But I get the feeling that even if Ecuador had been bribed £5 million per player, they still would have found it impossible to throw that game. That's how bad Qatar were yesterday. Right, I wrote down some stats on Qatar. Sorry, let me just quickly try and find them. Okay, Qatar, no shots on target, 3 touches in the opposition box, and their player Afif, when he was fouled on one occasion, rolled over 4 times. So he rolled over more times than touches in the box and shots on target. And the 11 shots in that game was the joint lowest in a World Cup game since 1966, when records began being taken. But I believe that has been surpassed by tonight's United States versus Wales game, with about 10 shots on goal.
So Tom,
well done, lads.
Tom.
Yes, sir.
Is that the reason that Qatar forgot to schedule themselves the first game?
Do you know why I think they did schedule it? In the end, they would, if they got, I felt they were good enough to beat teams outside of Asia, right? But then when they got drawn into the group where they realised they'd be playing Ecuador first, they thought we might actually beat Ecuador. Quick, let's get us out in front of the whole world, like open game and all that. And they just embarrassed themselves even more. Yeah, Ecuador. Sorry, why am I picking on you? Yeah, Qatari authorities, I'm staying in my house tomorrow, so you'll have to work very hard to get me.
And you're in the dungeon too, so even if they get the upper level, they won't be able to go down into the dungeon and get you. So,
kind of tempted to get a beer just to upset them.
Oh, there you go. You guys,
because I know it made Tony happy because Tony don't like him.
Nope.
There you go.
Tony doesn't like. He doesn't even like me right now. So there you go.
You abused me for 30 minutes.
You
invite me on the show. I have comments.
It was 34
you have banned the World Cup. You can't comment. So
how different?
I'll
just
shut up for the next hour.
How different is this 30 minutes from what you've experienced for like the last year plus?
I usually get to speak, Gary.
Oh, all right.
No,
you know what? I get told just because I've been out.
It was your tone that made me laugh, Tony. It wasn't the question you asked. It was the fact you asked it. You asked a factual thing in a slanted way to where I was like, But you're hypothesizing on something you didn't expect me to say.
Gary told me. Gary told me they were beating the crap out of us.
But Gary's biased.
I'm not biased. I just saw you saw the same thing as me, so stop it. But you were
I
probably,
wasn't
but you were
seeing,
probably
I wasn't
laughing.
seeing these
But
refereeing
you were
decisions.
more laughing at it, going, "Ha ha." That's
Yeah,
a
that is
difference.
true.
That is a difference.
Yeah, true. I do laugh.
Good thing Russ Morgan isn't watching. He'd have 175,000
Oh man,
we missed.
oh, I love Ross, and I even let him have the password to my WWE network. But boy, if he ain't going to be reincarnated as a VAR machine, I don't know what he will be.
Yeah, so what did I say? That's how the matches went, anyways. So we got some matches tomorrow, right? As we start out the morning. The morning's going to be
early.
early.
About this Poland.
Yeah, so we'll get into. I'll go through all the games and we'll talk about what we want to talk about. But at least over here, at 5 o'clock in the morning, you got Argentina against Saudi Arabia. That's 5 a.m. over here. Yeah, Saudi Arabia plays Argentina, Denmark, Tunisia.
So you won't be watching that.
Mexico and Poland, and then France and Australia to finish off today. I won't be watching. You know what's interesting? If I get up like I'm supposed to and jump on the Peloton bike, I'll be able to catch like an hour of the match. So.
Sorry. I thought Tony was going to say something. That's what
I was going to hesitate before I said anything because he likes to talk about Peloton bikes.
As soon as you said that, I thought Tony's going to say something.
He's already started
discipline.
He's looking for pictures right now is what he's doing.
No, I'm looking at the schedule and thinking, there's no fucking way I'd wake up to watch that game at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, no, I'm not planning to watch it, but I might be up anyways. Because like when they had the Euros on, I think I got to see it. Like the Olympics, I think it was the Women's Olympics. I would be up exercising, and I could turn on a couple of those matches because they were early in the morning. So I'm not waking up to watch football that early, but I am.
Right.
I'm already up, so I might as well. Why not see how Messi does, right? Everybody wants to see Messi. Does everybody here want to see Messi win a World Cup? Because, you can't be the best player of all time and not win a World Cup.
I can't say it's something I've ever lost sleep about.
Tony, you want to see Messi win a World Cup?
Nope.
Well, there you go. It's
it would seem a bit the reason I don't want him to win a World Cup, right? And people might say I'm being a bit of a prick here, but well, it wouldn't be the first time anyone's thought that about me. But anyway, I'm thinking that would, if him or Ronaldo wins a World Cup, there's no debate from football fans for the next 700 years, because then it'd be, well, whichever one of them won the World Cup is the better player, right? But as it is now, they're both practically equal. So to keep it like that will keep things nice and spicy.
Some people say that it's not that close. Outside of the number of goals that
No, but I mean they've both won the same amount of continental international tournaments, one apiece, and they've both done whatever it is. Like there's metrics you can use to side with either one. Yeah. But ultimately it will be which one won a World Cup. If Ronaldo wins a World Cup, no one's going to advocate for Messi, and vice versa.
You don't think people will still say Messi is still the better player?
But they'll be wrong, because the other person will then have the weapon of, well, which one won a World Cup.
But if Ronaldo wins it coming off the bench,
won't matter, because they'll still say it. I mean, they're still going to be delusional either way, because it's a bit weird like that. But
yeah,
I still want it to be nice and even in the context of I don't care.
Yeah,
because I'm still going to say it's Junior Firpo. So,
well, that what, he's still got time, so it's okay to let the little people, the Ronaldos and the Messis, maybe have their time right now, while Firpo is just figuring out where he wants to go with his career.
I was wondering why he weren't selected, if I'm being honest. I have sent the Spain manager emails, faxes, carrier pigeon.
Yeah.
I Morse coded him a few times, and not
Like
res- not-
I know a lot of people say Neymar is up, is up there with some of the top players. I guess for me, I don't see
Nope.
it. I know it.
He
I know
don't-
he's got the skills and all of that. But like for me, football, like as a football player, he doesn't have it.
He's not on their level of commitment or success.
True, and he can be if he wanted to, right?
No, he could be. No, not now.
Yeah.
Not now. That boat sailed for him a long time ago when he
Definitely.
decided he'd rather go and win the French league 8 times, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that was a bad move for him either. Like, I understood why he did it. He did it to get out of Messi's shadow because he was always there until. Because
And that wasn't gonna change though. That wasn't gonna change.
No, but if he had gone to PSG and won the Champions League, it would have been, well, I did what I come here to do.
Yep.
And it would have been, even if you still don't think he's better than Messi, it'd be, well, you still, in your mind, you succeeded because you won something without Lionel Messi. But even if he does it now, you haven't because Lionel Messi's there next year again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, the important thing is, I can't even remember what we were initially talking about.
We're talking about Messi and Ronaldo, one of them winning it, and then
No, I mean before that too.
I thought you were going to talk about Poland.
Oh yeah, the trick. Yeah, we're gonna get into Poland. Well, I went through. It was because Messi's the first game tomorrow. That's why we kind of went off.
Yeah, my apologies.
I don't went off on a tangent, but we are talking about football, right?
So we agreed Saudi Arabia are going to win tomorrow, then.
Yeah, that would be really funny, wouldn't it? That'd be really funny.
Yeah, hilarious. It'd actually be hilarious. As much as like.
Yeah. But you want to get into Mexico against Poland, right?
Yeah, because that's the match where basically it's the people that your country stereotypically hates versus the people that my country stereotypically hates. Hate's a strong word. It's not true. But
well, you know what? The hate on the
in
field
terms of comedy
is definitely
and
yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Tom, do you know the last time you mentioned Poland? What happened? You mentioned Poland invaded, then bombs get dropped on them a few days later. Come on.
Yeah, that happened on the road trip, I believe. I started talking about Poland, and then stuff happened there. So, world, I'm challenging you essentially. Sorry, really, really sorry. I didn't know I had this kind of stroke, but anyway,
You got a little bit of power there, huh?
No, but in all, Reginald D. Hunter made the comment that he's an American comedian in England, and he basically said he said he was talking to an American friend and said we have Mexicans in England, except we call them Polish. I thought that was really clever. I was like, yeah, all right, well done. I've got no problem with Polish, in all truth. I mean, my dealings with the people from that land have been perfectly cordial and respectful, and that is why I'm perfectly comfortable making these jokes.
Is that because you love Polish sausage?
Their sausage is perfectly seasoned.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Not bad. So, is that all we got on Poland? And
and obviously Lewandowski is a weapon for them, obviously, but Mexico always seem to have this. They always find a way to get to the second round and then not get out of the second round.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
I believe it's like 8 times in a row, something like that. My boy, Thunder Road.
And Ron has joined us. Welcome to the show, Thunder Road. We've just been chatting up about whatever we can. I guess I've been going after Tony for what I guess it's like 49 minutes now, according to Tony's math.
He definitely did the first 31 minutes.
You love it, man. You like it when I talk to you.
Tony loves the confrontation of, why did you do that? And then Tony gets to go, because I wanted to. Or whatever, like, oh, I can't remember. No, it'd be
We're ready for one that likes Gary versus Tony.
Yeah, he's not even here, and I'm still going after you.
He'll be here.
Hey,
He'll be
Tom,
here.
have you checked your Twitter lately?
Why no, Tony? Oh no!
What's going on?
Would you look
there?
at that?
What happened? Did I miss? Is it something I should see?
Can I put it on the screen, Tony? Gary's Peloton. Does that show up?
Oh,
It looks like a.
Show one above it.
No, that's all right.
The bottom one's hilarious.
No, that's I don't know what it is, but I don't want to see it.
It's great. The bottom one's hilarious.
It's
He told me this was you. I don't know why I'm laughing.
is that Pee Wee Herman? Yeah.
I think it's Pee Wee Herman's a Muppet. No, I don't know. The important thing is that the Bants, yeah, love Bants. The Bants.
All right, so
Ha, Gary.
You got what?
I said, ha, Gary.
See, this is what you do. Yeah. Are you happy now? Are we equal now?
50 minutes past the hour. Tony's revenge.
I guess who's saving it up waiting. Yeah.
Even though one of those I sent yesterday. Or this morning. 4 o'clock this morning.
Why would you owl yourself like that?
It was funny. Do you want to tell the rest of them I sent this morning?
No,
not really. Because I'm the poor soul that has to sift through them and work out why you sent them when you were stoned. Like, what's that one? What's that one code for? Well, what's he thinking of here?
Yeah, I'll say like good night to Tony at like 11:30, and then I'll wake up in the morning and like you say, sometimes it would be like 10 messages from Tony.
More like,
luckily nobody's responded because I think
they're usually like 2 messages and 8 gifts. Do you want to be technically correct?
All right, that's probably he doesn't really talk much, but he does.
But he isn't really excited when he sends them because he's like, oh, this is going to wind him up.
He loves to get those pictures out. Yeah.
It's like Stan Vieira teabag. I don't get it.
What, Gary, do you think of Vieira liking the nickname Teabag?
He doesn't get it. I already told Stan why I don't like it.
Why don't you like it?
It's teabagging? Is that what it is?
That's what the first thing I hear. First thing I think of when I hear teabag isn't some guy named Theodore Baggins or whatever. Just not.
He does look like Theodore Bagwell, though. To be fair to Stan.
Bagwell, yeah. No, I don't. Yeah, I think it's still a bad nickname to have. So it's almost like
I have that nickname. My cousin calls it to me.
That's your nickname, Teabag?
For my cousin, he's the only person that calls me that. For like 12 years, that's been my nickname.
And how long has this show been on?
No, this is what my cousin tells me. For 12 years.
As I said, I don't like the nickname because of what I guess it's not the nickname of a guy's show on a show for me, anyways.
Oh, no. Apologies.
So
I was starting to get a bit peckish.
You are? Do you think it's that time?
It's that time.
Do you have any,
Tony?
I just have regular wavy lays. I almost bought some Gator.
I don't care to have regular wavy lays. Show some respect to Gary in the show, and we do the thing the way that we rehearse it in the.
I didn't buy any. This is your. This is your section.
You like to jump in and have fun. Now all of a sudden you're like, it's not my thing.
We all did last week.
As I like to say, you come correct. You're gonna come and play.
I'm sharing my section, Tony.
Bring it, yeah.
I'll wait. Go get your Chris. I'll wait.
Go get my regular crisp. Okay.
Yeah, go get your crisps. We'll wait. I don't care. We'll wait. I want to see his crisps.
He's gonna lose points for it anyways, but that's all right.
Because, I like that he went and got them though.
Yeah.
I didn't think he would. Anyway,
You guys,
No.
you guys, while we're waiting for him, does Leeds have any players they're like thinking they want to get?
Not that I know of off the top of my head. I've actually not followed along with most Leeds news because there's not really anything going on. I mean, I think we've got a friendly lined up with, off the top of my head, it's Real Sociedad.
Mm-hmm.
I think all the teams are like lining up matches though, aren't they, to get some match fitness.
Yeah, we'll go into.
I was gonna say, am I wrong in thinking you're going to Dubai?
Yeah, we're going to Dubai, and we think we're playing. I know we're playing. I want to say we're playing Barcelona, I believe, and I think we're playing Lyon. I think we're playing Lyon back in England now. I think so, and I think Liverpool it will be out there as well. And I'm not sure what this 1 decade, Gary. I don't know what that means.
And I also brought cinnamon Cheerios.
Hey there.
These are a delicious snack.
What? This is the chip show.
I brought chips. I said I also brought Cheerios.
What does that have to do with the chips, dude?
All right, Gary. All right,
Yes,
sorry. Tony, do the crisp thing. Do the crisp thing right now. Do it. Do it in the Tom style. I'm giving you express permission to be Tom for the next 30 seconds. Do it.
It's not even making any noise. What are you doing? Don't do that on this show.
What Tom does.
I don't think he does that. I hope he doesn't do that.
I was going to say, I don't think I've ever done that, but...
All right, give us a little synopsis on this chip for the people, please.
All right. So, I went to my local chip proprietor. It's not licensed. Yeah. They're now known as a chip proprietor. They don't know it, but they will tomorrow. Anyway, so I went and I got myself some Walker's maximum strength. What's that say? Yeah, fiery prawn cocktail.
Prawn cocktail. All right.
Prawn cocktail. They are usually in a pink wrapper or foil usually. But this is maximum strength. So
maximum strength prawn cocktail. Prawn? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Yeah. No, they're quite a popular flavour.
Shrimp chips.
Yes. It's nicer than it sounds, to be fair.
All right, so give us the. Go ahead. Did you try it?
I'm glad you asked me to, Gary. Thank you, sir. Tony would have let me starve. Good crunch. A good first hint of prawn. The top notes are delicious.
Oh.
The middle notes are fine.
This
The aftertaste. I will give this a solid 7.68 out of 9.2.
Very, very good. Very good. This sounds funny. I would like to see this.
I was distraught when I found out I was working on Friday.
Oh, that's terrible.
Because now I can't participate in any England versus America banter, as people that are usually pricks like to call it.
I'm supposed to be doing a watch along myself, so luckily over here I'm taking a day off, so it's the day after Thanksgiving. But who wants to go and do that?
I did buy chicken and chips in case, because I made the mistake a few weeks ago when I had the chicken style crisps.
Are you ever to buy those again, Tom?
No. Oh my God. Oh, they're the worst.
If they were starving to death, would you eat them?
Well, yeah, probably. But I've never been so distraught by a crisp in my life. Like because everything about it, the presentation and everything, it should be good, but it tasted like feet. And I don't know what feet taste like, right? But I imagine it would have tasted like that with
That
the
was kind of like
100%.
my pork, Mexican street pork tacos last week. Those did not taste good.
But in all seriousness, I actually I've totally forgot what I was saying because Gary's laughing threw me off.
You're talking about the chicken chips that tasted like feet, but you don't even know what feet taste like. But if they had flavors to feet,
I'm not sure with his dungeon. Tom might know what feet taste like.
he probably
I
does.
can
He just
assure
doesn't.
you, I do not.
He probably doesn't have them in chip form. He probably doesn't have them. He might have them in taco form.
I did have them in chip form when I bought the chicken style chips, so evidently. I've lost you so many viewers tonight.
Yeah. I you know what's funny is I don't know. I mean, I look to see how I'm doing, but I like since I've been away and all of that, I've lost people. Not a lot. Maybe 2 people. So we're now back up to we're down to like 6 people now. So
Oh no. That was my racist uncle Johnny because he doesn't like white folk. So
there you go.
He stopped watching.
I don't understand why people unsubscribe. I don't know. That sounds like a lot of work. You know, to go in there and do that.
They're missing out. They're missing out.
Hey.
They obviously they've completed all the chips in the world, and they were like, "Well, I don't need to know anymore of it."
Hey, Gary, you still got 113 subscribers. You got 5 likes.
Dude, it was a joke when I said I'm down to 6. Tony. It was a joke.
I don't know if I've lost him viewers tonight. It was a joke, Tony.
I think you have.
He's gonna look at the stats.
I think Gary lost.
I think I have. I don't care enough to look.
I think Gary lost viewers the way he treated me the first 31 minutes of the show.
No, actually, that represented a 14% increase.
According to the stats that Mr. Tom carries.
I love stats. Stats can prove anything if you find the right things.
Did you get those out of Liberace's notebook, Tom? Is that where those stats came from?
It's funny you mentioned Liberace's notebook because I've got a great question for you.
Oh, cool. Do you want to do
in
it
less
now?
than 30 minutes? No. We'll wait. Mate, right. It's a great question. And I actually know it off the top of my head, but I'm going to get the notebook anyway because I know Tony likes it and I like making Tony happy.
Very nice. Very nice.
But notebook's my favorite part of a segment, Tom.
What I just said? I literally just said that. God damn it, Tony Turner.
I was clarifying. Sorry, I couldn't hear you over my Cheerios.
All right. I accept your explanation and your apology. Your non-apology.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, Tom.
Quite all right, Tony. I'm sorry. I'm excited to be here because we didn't get to do a show on Saturday.
Yeah, no, I wish we could have done a show on Saturday, and it's been it seems like a month where I haven't had like back-to-back shows. So, sorry, people out there, but we will get back on track.
I still gotta discover Tom's taco truck.
Taco truck? What are you talking about?
Well, whatever.
The tactics truck.
Taco. A taco.
He's not going to be too impressed when he comes on and you're not talking tacos.
This is why he doesn't watch because he accidentally caught it once and I wasn't talking about tacos. And then he's like, "What the hell is this? You're describing the Brentford goal against Manchester City."
I was disappointed.
Well, I'm sorry, Tony. All right, I'll do better next time. On Saturday, on Saturday, I'm going to try to do the taco of the week. Just for you, Tony.
Taco of the week. All right. You're eating Cheerios raw.
Yes, these cinnamon ones are great. Don't need milk. Who needs milk?
Tony is crazy. He doesn't eat cereal. He eats cereal without milk.
This show should have been renamed The Food Trip tonight.
And you know what, Thunder Road? I was watching Vanderbilt get beat by Florida. That's terrible. I went all the way to Tennessee to enjoy some football, and I watched my team get beat soundly. Didn't even have a chance, and it didn't even feel like we had a chance in the game.
Someone told me, his name might have been Gary, that Vanderbilt, whoever they are,
they're the worst team in the
Gloria Vanderbilt lost to Florida 16 times in a row, but not on Saturday.
But not on Saturday. You are correct. So,
so you were due a loss then, basically.
Yeah, but not to this team. They've only got 2 wins in the season.
Huh.
So it wasn't. I don't think it was a good. It was not a. It wasn't like, okay, this is their time. You know, they just surprise you. No, they are terrible. And we look.
How are they still in the SEC, Gary? That's the key question.
It's probably because they keep the GPA up. I guess I don't know. It's a smart school, right? You got to be really smart to go there. So. I don't know why. There's certain schools like Missouri is in the SEC, and they shouldn't. Some people say they shouldn't be in there. So there you go. But don't worry, right? Oklahoma and Texas are coming.
Yep, we're coming, Gary.
And hopefully they clean it. Hopefully they clean up the alignment, because can't have Oklahoma or Texas in the East. It makes no sense.
No.
I think some teams. Talking about the way that in college, depending on how big the conference is.
What are you talking about, Gary? Your Cowboys are in the Northeast. How the hell can Dallas be in the Northeast?
They're in the NFC East. Not Northeast.
Well, so all other teams are in the Northeast.
I don't know. I mean, at one point, Arizona was in the East. Remember that? The Cardinals, St. Louis Cardinals, the Cardinals. They were in the East. So there you go. I don't know. Who knows? But anyways, yeah. So I didn't get it. It wasn't a good football watching weekend for me. A team lost, and to probably the worst team on their schedule. But they've beaten some other teams, so there you go. Thunder Road, what is up with this? You got Lonzo laughing at me, and then you bring up...
Alonso's having a great time. Let him have his...
I know, Alonso's just been sitting there and having a blast by himself.
He's having fun, just like bragging on everything, man.
Alonso's having the greatest time ever, and he should be encouraged to do so.
Yeah, I said Lane Clifford might go to Auburn. That guy just is a... He's just a, what do they call it when you just go to the next thing?
Journeyman.
I don't think, no, that's too nice. That's too nice. What is this?
I would say gypsy, but the gypsies might get offended.
Yeah, no. I think it's when
can't call them that anymore.
Yeah.
You have to call them travelers.
Can I call them a Jippo?
Yeah, so there you go. So you got the New York Jets and
I
the
don't think they'll
Giants
know if you did.
play in Jersey, right? So it doesn't matter where they are, because we got teams that don't even play in the city they're named after. I don't think it's the basketball team where they're there, but yeah.
This conversation's gone off the rails, hasn't it?
Yeah, we just started.
Which is what I planned.
Oh, mercenary. You're right. That's what it is. I couldn't think of the word. Thank you, Thunder Road. Mercenary. That is definitely lame. I call him lame kitten anyways. So we're gonna do the question of the week here. So, Mr. Tom, get out your book. And let's hear it.
Not a book. It's Liberace's notebook.
It's the book, man. Let the man. Don't take. You don't add Liberace to it. It's the man. It's Mr. Tom's book.
That he stole from Liberace.
Greetings. I'm glad you asked for the question of the week. The question of the week is, what do Aaron Ramsdale and Frank Sinatra have in common? Or what are they linked by, to put it another way?
They both
They're
worked
both
on. They both
males.
worked on Broadway.
Aaron Ramsdale, the Arsenal goalkeeper,
Yep.
and World Cup topical England goalkeeper, and Frank Sinatra, the chairman of the board, or whatever they call him. They are linked. What are they linked by? Can't believe I stumbled on this. Sorry.
Is this
Blue-
like 6
they-
degrees of Kevin Bacon?
They're called Blue Eyes.
Has anyone ever called Ramsdale Blue Eyes? Does he have blue eyes?
I don't even know.
I don't know. It's not the answer. It might be true. I don't know. If it is true, BX, then I apologise. But I'm not looking it deep into his eyes to find out. All right. So, what links these two titans of humanity?
Oh, what about? Is this it?
Ramsdale's father was a hitman for BX. What are you smoking?
He said he's not
know
doing
he's
that. He said he's not doing that. This is all just pure oxygen right now.
That's a problem, Tom. He's all out of herb. He's been waiting for delivery for hours.
Wait, so the wacky backy,
He's all out of it.
the doobie, as I believe they've called it in some early 2000s stoner movies. Is that the source of his powers? Does that keep him on an even kill?
Sounds
Because
like
without it, he's accusing Ramsdale's father of murder. Essentially.
Well, he didn't
Pretty much.
say. Oh, did he say that?
This is great. It's great. It's great. It's great. Keep them coming, brother.
Anybody else got any answers? Tony, do you have
Anyone
an
got
answer
any
yet?
ideas? Got any answers? It's a genuine answer. I double checked it. It's true.
They both did. They both did Broadway.
No.
Ramsdale has not did Broadway.
And then Alonzo just went there with it. I can see his answer in the real thread, but I'm not even sure I want to put it up.
I don't know why he always says D's nuts.
Because that's what he says. I assume it's
You
true,
ready for
though,
the
right?
answer?
I assume it's true.
Are you ready for? Well, they both have a pair of your nuts, Alonzo. Did you give him one each?
He
Like,
said
how did you breed a pair
he
of them?
said D's.
Yeah, but that means these.
No, that means D's.
As in these, as in his.
No.
Did he breed an extra pair of nuts to give? Like, has he got a nut farm?
What about this?
Neither one was circumcised.
I don't even know where we're going with this one.
Don't even know how you
I don't know where
Tony.
I don't know where how Tony got it.
I'm gonna eat this crisp and then I'll tell you the answer.
I don't know where Tony's going, but Sinatra's greatest hits. He was the ghostwriter.
I like how BX has like gone onto this thread of it's something to do with the dad. It's definitely his dad. The answer is
Da, 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 da. He forgot what the answer was.
So
I thought he remembered everything.
I did not forget. I remembered everything. It was a bit drama. On the 14th of May, 1998, Aaron Ramsdale was born. But on the 14th of May, 1998, Frank Sinatra died.
So they are related.
They're not related. But it is possible that Frank
He's the
Sinatra's
second
spirit
coming of Frank
passed.
Sinatra.
Yes. But no, like,
how can it be
basically,
no? You just said one came.
But it's just weird, though, isn't it?
Yeah, so they're the same person.
He was born on the same day that he died. Yeah.
So he's the second coming of Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, but I don't want to commit to it that deeply in case it's, not true. But yeah, probably. This thing I found out.
It's only
Tom,
funny. This is...
Tom, how the fuck did you stumble upon that?
I don't even know why I'm showing.
That's what I want to know. Where did you come up with that question?
I'll look for things.
What was your source?
It's probably called Wikipedia.
No, that was where I double checked it.
Double checked it. He doesn't.
I was like, this can't possibly be true. But it's true. It's genuinely true.
Oh, Blue Eyes. That's right. Oh, Blue Eyes, not Blue Eyes. I said it wrong. I don't know if Ramsey has blue eyes.
I know that's the nickname for Sinatra. I just wanted to... I can't remember what I said when that came up, actually, before. But the important thing is, I stumped you all with another question for another week.
You did. Yeah, you got us. You did. You got us.
You have to stick
Next week's question will be, why are Arsenal linked to a caterpillar and why are Tottenham linked to horse manure? The caterpillar is random, but the horse manure isn't.
Well, the caterpillar is not random. We're not even reborn yet. We are going to go into our cocoon and come out the other side of this World Cup.
Yeah, but the Tottenham one's more accurate and obvious because they're shit.
They both work. And they're both true.
Much fall into it.
So you better come up with another question for next week, Tom.
Yeah, because I think we just answered it.
I've got a question for next week about, one about the Swiss Canal.
The Swiss Canal?
Next question. Which canal?
Oh my God. This is the trip.
I've got the question, sorry. Yeah. Oh yeah. Which canal? No, I'm not going to do that. But
I thought you were going to talk about which dike the boy stuck his finger in.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know what did.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't. What?
This is why is his fingers going anywhere?
But Mother Goose thing, the finger in the dike. Come on.
No, I don't. I didn't follow you at all.
Ban him from the show for 14 seconds, please.
You're gone. You're back.
1, 2, 3.
Yay!
Oh man. Yeah.
So does anyone I'll go on, Gary.
No, I know you go ahead because I was just going to probably ramble.
I was going to ask if anyone in the comments had anything they wanted to bring up for me to talk shit about, because I like talking shit.
How many goals will England lose by on Friday?
Well, none, because we won.
You think so?
How old were you during WrestleMania 24, Tom?
I would have been 23.
23 during what?
WrestleMania 24.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm born in December, so whenever WrestleMania is on, I'm always about 3 months younger than it. It's one of those things where I'm born before it, but obviously I don't start at number. When I'm born, I'm not 1 year old, but there's not a WrestleMania 0.
True.
In theory. Well, not in theory, it's fact. But yeah, good question, Tony. I'm not telling anyone my mother's maiden name though, so they can't get into my. Tony's
That was my next question, Tom.
So the lady
Tony's
that gave,
next question.
so the lady that
Tony's
gave birth
next-
to you, what was her name when she was 18 years old?
I'm glad you asked, Gary. The answer to that is Turner.
Turner.
As in Tony Turner.
How are your mother, Tom?
All right, we're gonna head out of here. It's been fun. We got everything today. We got chips. We got to talk about food. We talked about some football players. It's been confirmed Messi or Ronaldo win the World Cup. They are considered the best player of all time. If neither of them win, we will continue to argue this.
Not including Pele or Maradona or Junior Firpo.
Junior Firpo is not there. He hasn't have all the qualifying statistics, meaning he hasn't played enough years. That's really it. That's the only reason.
Gary, you didn't say Saka was man of the match today. How dare you?
I did not.
He wasn't.
He did win it.
Not in my book.
He did win it. Some people will say, who won it then?
I believe it was the Iranian player that scored 2 goals against the mighty England. I mean, that's heroic.
And he could have scored more, which is even crazy. He was holding back. He didn't want to take the award away.
Iran had 2 chances. Sorry, not to go back on it, but they had 2 bona fide chances that they should have buried.
He had one of them at least, I believe. So he could have said, like I said, he could have had a hat trick. So he could have done that. But yeah, no, you're right. Saka did have a good day, man of the match. I mean, the only issue I would, if there is an issue for England, is that they did give up a goal. They gave up 2 really, but I don't think anybody's really counting on the last one. But they did give up opportunities
to concede.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we still won.
But doesn't matter when you won 6-2.
But Iran's defense was terrible. I mean, it was watching it. They looked like Arteta's cones.
They could have tightened up a bit defensively.
But cones don't move.
No, but I think if they'd have tightened up a bit, they might have conceded a little bit less than 6.
Probably.
I can't talk about defending. My team's defending. My team have holes like a sieve.
Yeah, I hear you. So
anyway,
we're going to head out of here. So tell the people.
Dusty roads.
Dusty roads.
Has anyone wondered? Boy, the American. See, in solidarity, yeah, I'm wearing the American dream, yeah.
There you go.
Before
my dad's favorite wrestler.
Before it turns into the American nightmare on Friday, because we're gonna beat you. Yeah. Anyway, well, thank you for everyone that has stayed up with us. As I always say, sort of repeat myself, but it is genuinely true. Thank you for the people that give us their time and participation, especially when there's actually very little football to talk about and it's nonsense.
All 3 of them that stayed throughout the show.
Yeah, we had people show up.
They're good boys. No, they're good boys. Good boys.
All right, so
Lonzo and BX and Thunder Road.
Yeah. Tell the people goodbye, Tony.
Goodbye, people. We'll see you next week. And
we'll probably have more football. We'll have more football to talk about, especially at least the U.S. football.
Back channel.
And so, we will head out of here. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll do this again. We should be on Saturday. Maybe Tony will join. Maybe I'll see it in my heart to let him come on and talk with us on Saturday.
That would be very kind of you, Barry.
I'm available on Saturday, and I would be honoured if Tony would arrive because it would just amuse me.
Cool. So we'll see. I have his people talk to my people, and we'll see if we can make it work because his people are really tough to deal with.
They are, and I've heard they smell a bit.
True.
Don't talk about my carnies.
So we'll see about that. But we will head out of here. Everybody, thank you. Thank you, Thunder Road, for joining us, Big Gunner, at 5 a.m. on
They're in my
Instagram.
boys' club.
And Alonzo joined us. I think we had Steven from Canada on the road, joined us as well. So there you go. Everybody else, hopefully, that watches the replay, same to you. We'll see you when we see you. Everybody, let's head out of here. As I like to say, life is a journey.
They're not making it this far in the replay.
I know. Life is a journey. Don't waste a trip. Enjoy the ride. And we'll see you on the next one. And we're out of here. Everybody, thank you.